YouTube, this is Jen, your pudgy picker. Got a few things at the auction, and two specific things I think you will find very fascinating. Just getting ready to go out to my antique mall, and I pulled a few lamps because I've been selling lamps. Oh, now that the time changed a couple weeks ago. Everybody's like, it's dark in here, we need to buy a lamp. So I am taking those out. In fact, the banker's lamp was from a auction haul, if you remember. So those are going out with me today. Didn't get a ton, but I think 1 and 2 items, man, I really, really want your advice on where I can go to get some things authenticated and priced. So let me tell you, of course, what number was I this week? I was 53. It was a long day. I worked at the Co-op Antique Mall yesterday all day, and then immediately went around the back and went to the auction. My son actually went, so that was nice. And my husband dropped my son off with a couple of sandwiches, so I was very happy. So number 53, what did I get? These are adorable. If you watch me at all, you know anything Paris and France and Eiffel Tower sells like hotcakes. So these two were sold together. One is a metal Eiffel Tower with a tea light, and this one has a little like frosted shade on it. It says Paris Nights, and it also has a tea light. Those were sold together for $1 money. They had a ton of rugs. This one is kind of beat up. I needed to get a cheap rug to go in my garage before you step into the house, because people are tracking everything into the house. It's driving me nuts. So I think I paid like $2 for this thing, and that was all I wanted it for. So if it gets beat up, or I shake it out, or next year I decide to throw it out, there you go, $2, got my money's worth. I got this shelf. Actually, let me turn it so you can see it better. I'm trying not to damage it. This shelf was a pretty good price. My sister and I had been eyeballing it because we've been wanting to get something for my mom's room, because my mom wants to have some of her things displayed in her room, and we thought it's a little bit beat up here and there, but it would be perfect for her room. So that's going to Mama. See, Mama? I also got this Super Mario Brothers Wii puzzle on a board. I think I got it for like $2. So I got some frames downstairs. I may toss it in a frame, and I may put it on my local Facebook group for buy, sell, and trade. So I think it might do better than at the antique mall, and I certainly don't want to ship that, if at all possible. This was really cool too. You know, I have like those big apothecary jars, and I have a whole bunch of these shells. I mean, it's pretty full of them, and I think I didn't pay more than $2 to $3 for this whole box too. So I'm going to probably take one of those big tall jars and put those in it, and I'll probably wait till summer and take it out. But that was a gimme for sure. Okay, let me show you what I got. They had 3 box lots. Looking back, I knew I probably should have gotten all 3, but this one really caught my eye for a reason that ended up not being the best thing in the box. There's a couple of cheapy postcards. There's Ashtabula County, Ohio is right on the border of Pennsylvania. This was in here. This is really interesting. It is Rural Atlas, and my son was looking through it, and you know, other than just being interesting and historical, I might put this on the Facebook group too, because it is local. Something my son pointed out to me. Look at some of the phone numbers. Phone number is 2092. Phone number 2491. I haven't really been able to, I'm sure there's a date somewhere on here with this, but that just tickled me, because I'm like, well, this one's, you know, but then I look at this, look at the hairdo and the glasses of these people. It's John, Christina, and Ralph. They are your insurance agents. So yeah, but when he showed me that, look, phone 5-2691. So I was like, yeah, that's old. So do a little research on that, put it up and see, like I said, locally, see what people are interested in taking a look at it. You know, people who have lived there for years, they would probably love to own this. There's a, this is an ad for, I believe, a hatchery. And this is a directory of North Kingsville and Kingsville Township. That's, I believe, south and east of us. So yeah, that's another one that's also got interesting phone numbers and such. I believe that's from the 40s. And this is what I wanted the box for, because I find stuff like this really, really, really fascinating. But it is a very old notebook, and it is full of interesting information. It has some science notes. It has recipes. It has like the old penny nails, like what size penny nails, and how, like how many are a pound. Just fascinating stuff. What temperature metal melts at. It's just a very interesting conglomerate. This is actually in German. I just realized this particular page. I will show this to my husband because he speaks German. Because I know enough to tell that this is definitely German. So, like, nicht is no. So, you know, yeah, he is not here. So I get that. So, that's interesting. But like I said, just stuff like this is really fascinating. I'm going to look through here, see if I can find some dates. It has to be no later than probably the 40s, I would guess. And since it has German in it, that might be an interesting read. Now, the two top things I got. This, my son was really just fascinated with. This says, The Missing Link Found. Monkey Drome, December 20th, 1877. Ill-formed monstrosities and ill-odored idiots. This is an exhibition, or essentially a freak show. This is a page from something, and it lists people with different, just, you know, what you'd find in a sideshow back then. Let's see, what is all in here? I'm going to have to look through this, but it is just very fascinating. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on this, but this isn't even the best thing I got. I want you to see the piece de resistance. Now keep in mind, this entire pile, I believe, was $8. This is an original booklet that was written by Thomas Paine about 20 years after the Declaration of Independence. I believe it's like 1794, I believe is the date. I'm trying not to handle it because, as you could tell, it is falling apart. The back cover, with just slightly thicker than the pages, is missing. It's in very rough shape. Not even rough. It isn't very rough shape. For a document that's over 200 years old, I think it's in pretty darn good shape. So my son did some research. He said, I can't find anything on eBay, and I said, that's a good thing. He did find reproductions of this book, but nothing to tell if it's authentic. I am gravitating toward the fact that it is. It's neat because my son has always liked history and said how not well liked he was, and how some of his views on religion and stuff. So he was definitely an oddball of his time, but he is one of our founding fathers, as they say. So if you have any information or any websites you think I could look up and do some research on this, or I live near Cleveland. I'm going to try and find a place that maybe can authenticate this. I have no idea how much to ask for this, and I am willing to find out so that I can list it high, even if I could find a place that would be willing to, you know, court it to some auction people and see if they would be willing to take it. So yeah, that is definitely a big research piece. Somebody out there would love to have this. And it's up here, it says, what, it's 15 cents. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, so my son was very fascinated by this and then the other side of this. So that is all I got this week. Let me show you a quick rundown of what I paid. Let's see. Mario poster was $2. Braided rug, $3. Choice of paper flats. The documents I showed you, was it $6? Oh, $8. The plate shelf that is going to my mama's is $7.50. Two choice of table at $5 each would be these two lamps and the box of shells. So the total, including buyer's premium, please focus, thank you, was $36.30, and so that'll end up being less than $30 if you consider taking the shelf out for Mama. But that is what I have today. Interesting, huh? You know, you don't have to get a lot to get some really interesting stuff. And I've always been fascinated by the old paper and old photos. I just love history, especially local history is so cool to me. But that is all I got. Please why am I not focusing? There we go. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below, especially if you can give me some information on Mr. Thomas Paine. And also follow me on Twitter under The Pudgy Picker. And until next time, get out there, find some auctions, find some good stuff out there. Even if it's cold or rainy where you are, there is stuff to be had. So until next time, happy picking. Bye.